sticks to one part of the leaf or something, and the wind blows, and there's like one line comes across, you know. And initially, when that one line comes across, you may think that, what difference is one line of web going to make? And then there is another line, there's another line, there's another line. Then all of a sudden, after like a small period of time, he has a huge web, big web, and so many flies get stuck in it. So similarly, our anxieties are also like this in this world. We think, things are okay. I'm fine. All my needs are being met, but I want something just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Let me improve my material life just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. We think like this, just a little bit more. And then there's one line that's formed like this. One line of anxiety. We think, what's the big deal? Another line of anxiety. Another line of anxiety. And before we know, there's a whole web of anxiety that we actually experience in this world. Yes or yes? Yes, right? So we see this. This happens. That we're stuck in this whole web of anxiety. And the more we try to, we think that, I'm going to intellectually figure this all out, And we think that, when we started off, there's so many rap songs from Rags to the Riches, right? Rags to the Riches, so many rap songs. And they're all rapping about, I used to have no Jordans, and now I got the best Jordans. Or whatever they're going to rap about. Before I used to drive in whatever this, but now I'm driving in this big car, and I got so much money and this and that. But ultimately, they don't say that now all my problems are gone. They say, no, I don't have the poor man's problems. Now I have the rich man's problems. And that's so great. At least I have the rich man's problems. But it's all foolish because the attachment is still there. The cause of suffering is still there. And because the cause of suffering is still there, we are bound to get entangled in this material world. It's very plain and simple. Because the cause of suffering does not go away. Because the mentality to enjoy matter does not go away. It just comes in another way. And many people think at least would you rather cry outside in the cold or would you cry in a Ferrari, And many people think, I'd rather cry in a Ferrari and feel, I'm so glad I'm crying in a Ferrari. But what is a Ferrari going to do for you? Especially in Atlanta. What's it going to do for you? Nothing. You can't drive so fast. Speed limit, most places is 55, I guess someplace 60, Can't go that fast. You start driving it, and then your gas is going to run out pretty soon. It gives horrible mileage. And then you're afraid that someone may just scratch it and it's going to cost you God knows how much money to fix that small scratch. And if you have that scratch and you don't fix it, it's no big deal actually. If you really think about it, there's a small scratch on your car and you don't fix it, it's no big deal. But then what will all your rich friends say? That this guy didn't fix his scratch. Such a big scratch, he didn't know and fix it. But it's such a web of anxiety. It's such an illusion that we create in our minds. It's so much illusion, so much anxiety that, what will this person think? And what will that person think? And this and that and this and that, But the Bhagavatam gives an explanation that, let's just say they're all prisoners in a prison. And, that one prisoner is being beaten by, iron sticks. So painful, And another prisoner is being beaten by silver sticks. And he thinks at least I'm not being beaten by the iron sticks, And he's being beaten. And then another prisoner is being beaten by gold sticks. And he thinks, wow, I got the gold sticks on my back, Getting beat by the gold sticks. But is that really awesome? Man, I got respect for you. You got gold sticks beatings. Will anyone say that? Any sane person say that? No. That's right, Vihan. That's right. Okay, he's right. So no sane person will say that. Wow, I got gold sticks beating on my back. No. It's ultimately miserable. It's ultimately suffering. Why? Because the whole solution is to not get beat by the gold sticks. But no, this gold sticks beating, that's the goal of life. Everyone in this world is aiming to get beaten by the gold sticks instead of the miserable iron sticks that we're getting beaten by. But actually, the idea is of emancipation from these material conditions. That's the idea. That's the whole understanding. Different people, they have different conceptions of life. Either it's based on the sensual platform, or it's based on the mental platform, or it's placed on the intellectual platform. These are the three platforms that Srila Prabhupada mentions in his purport. That people are suffering either on the sensual platform, where all we care about is how much our senses are being satisfied. How much we can get a particular thing, and as long as our senses are satisfied, we'll be very happy. But our senses are never satisfied. When are our senses ever satisfied? Even after the senses are satisfied, even after some time we get what we want, if we just get enough, so let's just say you're really hungry and you really desire to eat a pizza, okay, and okay, that's fine. We had that experience, you know. We desire to eat a pizza, and then we're eating a pizza, and we think like, wow, okay, this is great. The first slice is great. The second slice is great. The third slice is great. That's my limit. Actually, fourth. Okay, fourth slice is like, okay, gotta like at least I gotta finish what's on my plate. And then but the fifth slice comes around and we don't want any more of it. You know, the same thing which we think is going to cause us great happiness, it'll actually cause us misery the more we indulge in it. It's just then because the senses have a saturation point. How much can your tongue eat? How much can your eyes see? How much can your nose smell? How much can your skin touch? How much can your ears hear? How much? Until it reaches a saturation point. Because if we try to look for happiness on the sensual platform, we will be miserable. It's common sense, right? This is not like a dogma or something like that. It's common sense, you see, on the sensual platform. Then we say, okay, now let's try to get on the mental platform. And that's actually like even worse, honestly. Because it's like being on the mental platform actually will never make one satisfied, because we're always going from one what's this called? The pendulum, right. It goes from one extreme to another extreme on the pendulum. One day we're like, wow, yeah, it was so great. And then another time we're like, oh, so boring. And then it's like this, and then it's like that. And we're just being indecisive. Does anyone ever experience the misery of being indecisive? Right? Yes, thank you. Yes, that's right. The misery of being indecisive is it's so horrible, because you just don't know what to do. Like, wow, this is like, I'm so mental. What am I doing? I'm so mental right now. I can't even figure anything out. But people try to find happiness on the mental platform. They think, oh, well, it's like this. Oh, no, maybe it's like that. But the example is given of sitting in a car with a drunken driver. Has anyone sit in a car with a drunken driver? Good. Oh, you have? Okay. But you're like, you can imagine like how it is. Like, oh my God. Someone was telling me, someone from the South, they were saying that, they in their, wherever it was, I think Mississippi or whatever, they go on like dirt roads or something like this, and they're all sitting in the back of a truck, and then while a crazy guy is driving, and then you try to make sure you don't fall off. They're trying to hold on to dear life, in the open truck. Am I explaining it right? You have the truck, then mudding, right? They were saying about talking about going mudding, and they hold it, and I never experienced that in my life, thank God. But they're holding on to dear life, and they say that the drunkest guy is going to be driving the car, and the other guys are like, who are not so drunk will stand in the back. But that's so crazy. Being on the mental platform is like that. You have a drunken driver in charge. A drunken driver in charge of your life. You never know what's going to happen. You have no idea, like where this guy's going to make a turn. He may think that the red means go and the green means stop, or like yellow means go faster. I don't know. I mean, some places telling yellow means go faster doesn't mean slow down. But, we don't know. We have no idea what this person may actually do because he's on the mental platform. So the misery that comes from indecisiveness is actually very brutal. It's pretty brutal. Sensual misery is one thing, but mental misery is a whole other thing. And there's a whole branch which analyzes if this guy is indecisive like this and he's too mental like that, then this is called this disease. And the other guy is he's indecisive like this is called that disease and that disease and this. But bottom line, we're on the mental platform, and the more we're on the mental platform, we actually become miserable. And then miseries arising from the intellectual platform is actually something which really gets even the sharpest of the brains, where, we are very, very smart. Let's just say, he's not on the sensual platform. Let's just say a person is really driven to make money or to make a vehicle or whatever. They're really driven. They're going to make a vehicle and they're going to do all these things. They're completely on the intellectual platform. They're driven by their intelligence. They have their goal in mind, and they're going to focus on that goal, and they're going to reach that goal no matter what. They're going to make sure that their mind doesn't get in the way, their senses don't get in the way, and they get all these things. And let's just say they really want to make a fantastic car or a fantastic plane. They really focus on doing these things. They're on the intellectual platform, really focused on doing this. But ultimately, if they miss the goal of life, what is the use? Is the goal of life to be to build the most awesome car in the whole world? No. Why? Because What's an awesome car now will be like really backward, 20 years from now, right? 20 years ago, what was an awesome car? Like, anyone know? Come on, some of you should know. Come on, like yeah, really? Okay, who knows? Come on, yes, yes. Volkswagen GTI, like is it now, and like compare that to the car now. Can you even compare it? No, not even close. You compare, like what is the goal of life? The goal of life is to be like the best athlete ever or the best basketball star ever. But how long is that going to last? It's temporary. So many people they will copy you and they will defeat you, right? They'll copy the great and they'll defeat the great. That's the history. They learn, they see all these things. So, there's misery on the intellectual platform also. If we miss the point, no matter what our goal is, we will be miserable. Then there's a grosser level of being on the intellectual platform. There's subtler levels on the intellectual platform where people may actually learn. Oh yeah, like they'll completely agree with this verse. Some people like, yeah, it's so absolutely true. Like yeah, steadily attains unadulterated peace. Maybe they don't agree with the first part. Where at least they'll say, whereas your person who is greedy for his labor, greedy for the fruits of his labor, will always become entangled. They'll say, yes, this is absolutely right. And we have to get completely detached from all this material world. And, you see them, they may be very detached. They may not be attached to enjoying on the sensual platform. They may not even be attached to enjoying on the mental platform. But on the intellectual platform, they get everything right that, yes, attachment to the sense objects causes misery to the senses. They may get that right. Okay, very good. Then they may say that, yeah, endeavoring for all these other things is simply a useless waste of time because all this happiness is simply temporary and fleeting. Excellent, fantastic. But then they make the dumbest mistake where they think that actually all this entire world is very miserable, but bottom line is I am God. And they ruin the whole thing. So the biggest biggest platform on the intellectual platform that a person can face is actually known as the God complex. The God complex is the most dangerous, the scariest, and the most fatal disease that a person can actually face. And in Sanskrit, this is known as Mayavad, and I guess we could call it the God complex. And the God complex, where people think that actually I am God. I am creating everything. From me is coming, the sun is rising because of me, and the clouds are moving because I desire. But like I can't control when I go to the bathroom. What kind of a God are you? I am like really attractive, not for long. But like, I am really attractive. I am like, and you have like these, someone was telling me like, they, on their phones, I used to know someone, they used to get these things called affirmations. And then like, this guy knew his karma was such that he didn't have the karma to have a lot of money. He didn't have the karma to have a lot of wealth and all these things. But then he would get, like affirmations on his phone. I am enough. The $1 million is coming soon. The universe on his fridge, he'll have like all these things that don't worry. You're going to be richer than Elon Musk in just a few years. It's just about the corner. It's just coming. It's almost there. It's just almost there. But it's never there. It's never there, But they think, I'm going to manipulate the universe according to what I desire. But ultimately, bottom line, the more people think like this, the more they're going to be stuck in illusion. They're going to be stuck. They're going to be making a fool of themselves. Because no matter how wealthy, how powerful, how all these things a person may be, how charismatic, how good looking, all these things, neither their wealth, nor their charisma, nor their intelligence, not all these things will actually protect them from the waves of time. And what is the aspect of time that everyone hates the most? Destruction. Everyone hates the destructive feature of time. Everyone hates it. Your body is going to get destroyed. Our bodies are going to get destroyed. Our homes are going to get destroyed. Everyone we know are going to get destroyed. There may be a time where all that's left of all our beloved people may just be names on a piece of paper or some videos on our phone. Time, destructive element is always going to be there. So, the more we actually start to think that, okay, no, I am, I'm something completely different from all these things. And we get over our God platform, our God complex. We get over the greatest hang up on the intellectual platform is to have the God complex. The minute we get over this God complex and we actually understand that actually we should not be the God complex and being the enjoyer, in order for us to understand that being on the God, having the God complex will not make us happy. In order for us to understand this, we actually have to understand the simple point that being the enjoyer will not make us happy because our enjoyment has a limit. How much can we enjoy? How much can we, really enjoy in this world? Like I was saying, like how many, if you want to enjoy with your senses, how much can we really enjoy? All our senses have a saturation point. If we want to enjoy on the mental platform, how much enjoyment can we have? If we want to enjoy on the intellectual platform, how much enjoyment can we really have? It's going to stop at a particular spot. You may have all the money in the world, but you can only eat so much. You can have all the money in the world, but then there'll come a point of time where you're sick of the same kind of enjoyment. It's just natural. It's just there. Anyone with a sober mind can understand this. It's a very, very, very common sense thing. Sometimes Prabhupada says if you don't understand, in order to understand this, sometimes you need common sense, and if you don't have any, find someone who does. So it seems like the common sense is pretty common in this room. So we can understand this, that the more we try to enjoy on the mental platform, on the sensual platform, on the intellectual platform, we are going to reach a dead end. And the reason we're going to reach a dead end is because we will understand that the enjoyments of our fruits are going to have a limitation. The fruits that we're working so hard to either enjoy sensually, mentally, or intellectually, or all of the three, or two out of the three, or at least one of the three. The more we understand that our fruits of our labor, are not meant for our enjoyment, but are actually meant for the enjoyment of Krishna, then we can actually find peace and happiness. We can actually be peaceful in the middle of the most chaotic cities. We can actually be satisfied in a place where materialism is always pumped. Buy more. Get more. And the minute you buy the iPhone 14, you're going to be asked to buy the iPhone 15. Right? This year is 14? Okay, this year is 14 and there's like 2 kinds. Next year there may be 3. I don't know. There's 3 kinds now. There's always been 3 kinds. Okay, I'm like out of date. But yeah, there's 3 kinds now. Then next year also there'll be so many more, this variety and that variety. But the bottom line is that it's only Shruti Sukha. Shruti Sukha means happiness that we only hear about. This material world, the people say, yeah, you're going to come to this place, it's going to be fantastic, it's going to be amazing. But it's simply happiness that we hear about. Simply happiness that you hear about. When you actually go and experience it, we're going to find a limitation. How many times we think that, wow, everything's going to be fine, everything's going to be perfect, everything's going to be great. And then we try to make all the arrangements that we possibly can. Or you may hear like, wow, you're stuck in New York in the wintertime and they say, go to Miami and everything will be fine in Miami, And then you go to Miami and they say, you go to Paris. In the airports you'll see, there's advertisements for like all these different cities and places and all these things. Go to Paris, you'll find happiness there. In Paris, they'll say, go to Hawaii. And in Hawaii, it'll say, go to Spain or whatever. And like this, you see, always in the airport, they say, go to all these places. Why? Because, we promise you happiness here, but actually you're going to find it there. You go there, we promise you happiness there, but you're going to find it there. You experience this, everywhere that you go, these things are always there. And when you go to some new place, you're fine for 2-3 days. But then we realize that, we forgot to leave our mind behind. And then our mind comes and catches up with us. And then it's game over. It's going to find, why? Because my spiritual master said this in a lecture, and I really quote this very often. He says, Krishna has perfectly designed this world to be imperfect. Wherever we go, we're going to find imperfections in this world. Wherever we go. If we are on the material platform, if we are having the mentality of being the enjoyer, we will find imperfection in this world because that is the nature of this world. Is there any perfect place in this world? Any perfect place? Perfect. The weather is just right. I guess Hawaii, right? Well, what are you going to say? Near the equator is really hot. Any of the people from America want to go in the equator? No, you see? Not perfect. No perfect place. The mosquitoes are killer too, by the way. I heard about that too. So yeah, we see that no one wants to go. No one wants to go, Any perfect place, perfect weather? Or let's just say Hawaii has perfect weather. Is everyone in Hawaii like having like a great time all the time, or they also suffer birth, death, old age, and disease? They suffer birth, death, old age, and disease. The more so-called perfect of a situation is, the more we suffer at death because we're being pulled out of a perfect situation. It's like, I'm going to put you on a flight. I'm not going to tell you where you're going to go next. It's like so uncertain. You know, is there no perfect place in this world? But a person in Krishna consciousness can make hellish existence, into completely spiritual existence. They can make an ungodly place into a completely total godly place. Why? Because the Bhagavatam says, Tirti kurvanti tirtani. That those people who are completely Krishna conscious, they can carry the spiritual world with them wherever they go. And in Sanskrit, the name for the spiritual world is Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means without anxiety. And this material world is known as Kunta. Kunta means full of anxiety. So, in order for one to come to the platform of having Vaikuntha consciousness, of having a consciousness of having no fear and actually having peace, in order for one to come to this place, one needs to actually come to the platform of Krishna consciousness, where they actually understand that real happiness comes from serving others. And not just anyone else, serving Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even on this material platform, we actually feel happier serving someone else, even on the material platform. The mother feels happier serving her child and her husband more than she feels happy serving herself. The father, it's really nice. Let's just say the father only has $100 to spend, and he could go and buy that wallet that he always wanted. But with the same $100, he knows he can buy like 2 toys for his son. And he'll rather spend that $100 on the 2 toys and give it to his son and be happier seeing his son happy, rather than just having that wallet for himself and seeing his son miserable without those toys. Mundane example, has its limitations, but it makes sense, right? Yes, no, maybe? Yes, okay. Yeah, the example has a limit. Why? Because from serving someone else, they actually feel happier. The more selfless we are, the happier we will feel. But in order for us to be selfless, we actually have to understand who the self is. The self is not this body. The self is not the mind. The self is actually part and parcel of Krishna, the spirit soul. The spirit soul is who we are. This body is just a vehicle. The body that we have, the body that we are in right now. It's meant to get us off especially the human form of life. This is a very important thing to understand. The Srimad Bhagavatam says this, Ladhva shadurlabam idam bahusam bhavante, manushyam artadam anityam api hadira, turnam yatetana patet anumrityu yavan, nishayasaya vishaya kalu sarvatasyat. This is one of the most important verses. We'll see. After many, many births and deaths, one achieves the rare human form of life, which, although temporary, offers one the opportunity to attain the highest perfection. Thus, a sober human being should quickly endeavor for the ultimate perfection of life, as long as his body, which is always subject to death, has not fallen down and died. After all, sense gratification is available in the most abominable species of life, whereas Krishna consciousness is possible only for a human being. You see? It's such a heavy verse, no? It's like pretty sobering, actually. It's pretty sobering, But the good news is, although this body is subject to death, although all these things are true, we can perfect our life immediately. We can perfect our life right away. We can actually do all these things by offering the fruits of our activity for the enjoyment of Krishna. The more we understand that actually, yes, I'm spirit soul. I'm a spirit soul. I'm just part and parcel of Krishna. And my real happiness is actually going to come from serving Krishna. And the more selflessly we serve Krishna, the happier we will actually be. Why? Because Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, is the supreme enjoyer. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, and like if the whole, if the body is satisfied, naturally, all the other parts of the body is also satisfied. If the whole body on the whole is satisfied. For example, if the root of the tree receives enough water, all the leaves on the tree, all the fruits on the tree, all the branches, all the twigs, all of them will also be satisfied, right? If I want to make sure that the leaf doesn't dry up. So if I go and sprinkle some water on the leaf, Will the leaf actually gain its nourishment? No. If we are actually feeling hungry and our body parts start feeling weak, will we go take, let's just say our hand is feeling weak, will we take some food and rub it on our hands and say, okay, hand, eat? No. We will put it in our mouth and we will satisfy the stomach, and on the stomach, all the energy goes around everywhere else. So similarly, the more we are in Krishna consciousness, the more we try to satisfy Krishna, Rishikena Rishikesha, the master of the senses, the happier we will actually be. And this doesn't mean that, one is asked to give up all their material possessions and all these things like that. No. This means that, a person needs to understand this really in another important verse. There's another important verse in the Bhagavatam. Kamasya nendriya pritir labho jive tayavata jivasya tattva jigyasa narto yasheha karma bihi. Life's desire should never be directed towards sense gratification. One should desire only a healthy life or self-preservation. Since a human being is meant for inquiry about the absolute truth, nothing else should be the goal of one's works. You see, this we should understand. It's a very important thing to understand. That life's desire should never be directed towards gratifying the senses. How much sense gratification will we have? We've had enough, so much already. But now, while we're here, the most important thing, the easiest way of reaching the spiritual platform of happiness is to actually chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And there's a Hare Krishna Mahamantra right behind me. And for those, it's your first time here maybe, we'll teach you to chant the mantra and then we can chant it together. So you can please repeat after me. Can you say Hare Krishna? Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. So this transcendental sound vibration, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, is actually non-different from Krishna himself. It means, O Krishna, O energy of Krishna, please engage me in your service. Because happiness comes from serving, and the highest happiness comes from serving the highest person. So, when we chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we are actually asking Krishna to inspire us to serve him. There's so much service is there, so much Krishna is unlimited amount of service can be done. So when we chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we're begging Krishna to inspire us in our heart to actually serve him. And by doing this, by chanting Hare Krishna, by serving Krishna, we will actually be able to experience the highest platform of happiness. The highest platform of happiness we can actually experience, sitting wherever we may be. And this doesn't mean that you have to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra all the time. No. Krishna consciousness is full of variety. Variety is the mother of all enjoyment. Right? If you were to have like a plate with all your favorite foods, like you have your ice cream and you have your, whatever burger, and then you have like your spicy sauce and whatever else and French fries and all these things. The way you enjoy it is by eating it separately. Variety. It's not like you mix up your ice cream and your French fries and your burger and your spicy sauce all together and eat it at once. It's not going to be so nice. So variety is the mother of all enjoyment, and material variety will entangle us, whereas spiritual variety will actually liberate us. So variety is there, but this material variety is simply a perverted reflection of the spiritual variety. Therefore, Krishna consciousness is not a call to all living entities to stop trying to enjoy variety, but actually it's a call for all living entities to actually experience the real spiritual variety. That spiritual variety is Krishna consciousness, and just in about a few minutes, you will actually experience a huge variety on your plate. Okay, you're going to see over there. How many items today, Mataji's? You all made 12. You're going to experience a 12-course vegetarian. It's not even, it's Krishnatarian, but it's a 12-course meal full of variety and flavor, offered to Krishna with love. That's what's going on. If anyone's wondered why are the curtains shut, it's because we are offering this food to Krishna. Yes, all these material ingredients may be there. Leaves and fruits and flowers and salt and all these other things may be there. But what actually makes this food transcendental, what makes it from material variety to spiritual variety is a catalyst known as devotional service. It's known as bhakti. When we offer to Krishna with love, see, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome bhaktyaf prayachiti. Tad aham bhakti pahritam ashnami prayatatmanaha. This is, I'm usually not good with verse numbers. Um, 26. Thank you, Mataji. There you go. So Krishna says, if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, or water, I will accept it. So our cooks over here, they've been cooking for so long now, since like for 8 years, but not this feast for 8 years. Today, for this feast, they've been cooking since like, I don't know, 5 a.m., 4 a.m., however long you guys been cooking for. It's been cooking for a long time. They're cooking with the mentality that is being going to be offered to Krishna. They're very clean because Krishna is the most clean person, so they keep themselves clean also. They don't taste the food before they offer it to Krishna. They're offering it to Krishna with love and devotion, begging their Lord, begging the Lord of their life to kindly accept this humble offering that they're making. And by this humble attitude of devotional service, they're actually transcendentalizing the material variety and making it into spiritual variety. And simply by eating this prasadam, simply by eating this, it's called prasadam because Krishna's mercy. Simply by eating this Krishna prasadam, a person will make so much advancement in their life. So, you may have hated the class, you may have hated the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but I promise you will not hate the prasadam. And I promise you that, because it's our experience also. So many people, they are very attracted to it. And, our dear brother, Jita Girish, his parents, Alicia Mataji and Tom. Where'd he go? He was here just now. Alicia Mataji and Tom, he's here? He's okay. He went there. Okay. I was thinking like I gotta get new glasses. So no, I don't. Thank God. But yeah, Alicia Mataji and Tom, both of them, they're the father of. They give good donations to us. They sponsor Sunday feasts and they help the women go to Europe and all these things. But the best donation they gave to us is their son. So we really like that. So they gave this and they sponsored today's feast in order to be offered to Krishna. So they offered a fruit of their activity to Krishna and transcendentalize their hard work. So we have so many things in our possession, but the thing which we actually can offer the most to Krishna is our attention. We give our attention to Krishna. We give our attention by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then there's a huge set of books over there, a big set of books. Ramdas Abhiram Prabhu, can you show them? It's like kind of hard to see, I guess. So like there's a huge set of books on the Srimad Bhagavatam. Please, read this or read these books. Srimad Bhagavatam is the encyclopedia of all spiritual Vedic knowledge. We strongly recommend everyone get these books. Chant Hare Krishna. And, even if, you're spending how much ever time you're spending in the morning and to get ready for work or whatever, even while you're doing that, we can send you a playlist of spiritual lectures that you could just play on your car or play in your bathroom while you're going about your daily work. And the more we feed ourselves with this transcendental sound vibration of Krishna consciousness, the more spiritualized the atmosphere becomes. So this is our humble request. Please, you come back. We'll be very happy to see you again. You eat up to your neck, take a break, and then eat some more. Pack some of this prasadam to take home. Imon Mataji's parents, they become prasadam addicts. They are taking prasadam every day now, more or less. And just by doing this, we're associating with Krishna. Come associate with Krishna, associate with Krishna's devotees. Read these books. If anyone's interested, we can send you a whole playlist of lectures. Come talk to me or come talk to Chandan. You can raise your hand. Come talk to him. We will send you all these lectures. You can completely spiritualize your existence. And then of course, if you have excess money, which is, which you're not using properly, then you can donate towards buying these books. You can buy these books and give it to others. We are monks. We don't. I mean, I guess I have pockets, but I don't have a bank account. We don't. I don't have a bank account. It all goes towards the temple, and we use it in propagating Krishna consciousness. This is the best bang for your buck. So I'll end the class over here. If there's any questions or comments, we can take them now. Protests too. We like protests also. No problem. Yes, John. Well, that's a technical question. Vaikuntha is, Prabhupada said, is God in his office, where is worshipped in all majesty. And Goloka is God at home, where he's just a nice, beautiful cowherd boy. Anything else? And if you want to know more about it, this is a really awesome lecture known as Guna Brit, the exquisite qualities of the Supreme Lord, and I can send you that lecture if you like. Anything else? Yes, Vihan. He's always got a question. Hold up, hold up. Yeah.
You know,
Where's your tilak? That's my question.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Good. What's your question?
It's a comet, but that you know that you said that y- you said that like you said like that a plane they're like playing you're like this perfect this
Yeah.
perfect that thing. It's it's not you're not actually getting happiness. It's basically a waste of time.
That's right. You can, that's right. That's absolutely right. Yeah. That's exact. So you don't waste your time, okay? So that's right. Yes, Tushar. Ladies first, okay? Tushar, come on, go ahead. Greg's daughter. That's how I know her, Greg. Okay. Lucia.
What does the mantra really mean?
Okay. What does a Hare Krishna mantra mean? You
Like
see,
in
Prabhupada's. Oh yeah,
English.
go on, go. What do you say?
And what does the Hari mantra mean in English?
In English, right? See, this practical experience. Prabhupada says that, even a child can chant and dance the Hare Krishna Mahamantra very nicely. And Lucia over here, she's an example of that. So, Hare Krishna, this whole mantra means, O Krishna, O energy of Krishna, please engage me in your service. Is that okay? Yes, okay. Tushar.
As per this sloka, it says Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam.
Yeah.
So if Krishna is satisfied just in this, why we offer like extravagant things to Krishna?
Because the love is in the details. It's like, yeah, you can, yeah. Well, my wife needs some clothes, so like, yeah, I'll just give her like the most like basic clothes, and I'll just get her, I'll just get her like a simple cloth, but for myself, I'll get the best suit and the best dhoti. Like where's the love? You love yourself more than your wife, and she's not going to be happy about it. So like that, love is in the details. You understand? So yeah, if you love someone, you want to give them the best. Then, right? And so like, if you don't love them and you want to love them, you still try to give your best, and then you love them eventually. You get it? It's like that. Okay.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Yes. Anything else? Yes, Mataji. Bhagavati Mataji, all the way on the side. She's the saint of the Krishna life.
You were speaking about not being on the sensual platform, a mental platform, intellectual platform. But we're in the habit. We're in the habit of it. Even if we want to change, we find there's a habit there. What's the advice? What's the advice for that? About habits.
The habits, how do you change the habits is by associating with those who actually have the habits that we want to have. If we really find it hard to wake up early in the morning, we may have a habit of sleeping in till like 10 a.m. every day. But then if we start to live with people who rise before 4 a.m. every day, then they're going to wake you up because they're going to get up at that time. You share your room with someone who's waking up at 4 a.m. every day, he'll make sure you're awake. So it's the habits. It's all about the people who have the right habits. That's why association is so important. Without association, it's game over. Does that make sense, Mataji?
Yeah, that makes sense. And that's helpful. So we need to go to association.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. Anything else? Okay, everyone else understood everything else? Okay, awesome. So now everyone got beads, right? Yes. Mama, you came here? Good to see you again. Hare Krishna. You're reading the books? That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So everyone's got these beads, right? I got my own special ones, okay? Don't be envious. I got my guru gave me. Had them for a while, okay. So like, these beads are there. Everyone has like the counter bead on top, not the counter bead, but like the head bead on top, with the white strands on top. So, if we keep our bead on top of our middle finger, and we keep it right after the one with the bead which has all this head on it, and then we chant the entire Hare Krishna mantra on one bead, and then we move to the next bead. We chant the entire Hare Krishna mantra again on the second bead, and we move to the bead after that. That's easy to understand? Yep. Okay. So we are only preferably right hand. But if you're a lefty and that's how you roll, that's how you roll. That's cool. No hard and fast rules. Okay? And okay, so we're only going to chant 10 beads, okay? And if y'all get enthusiastic and y'all want to chant some more, don't blame me. Okay? Because like I'm like that guy sometimes. Okay, so we're going to chant together at the count of 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's 10. Y'all want to go on? Yes? Yes, no? Vihan, you always say no. Okay. Yes? Everyone says yes, with the exception of Vihan? Yes? Okay, let's do it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Louder now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Last one. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you all. That was awesome. Right? One more, come on. No, don't play. Everyone's hungry.